Yeah, it was pretty good. They don't have any stuns for setup on Arrow though, so they're gonna have to pick some nice off lane with a stun. I don't know who could be good though, since Mars is banned. That's usually one of the classic combos that you want to lane with Mirana.
Yeah.
Maybe Sand King? Dude, is this a Sand King setup? Yeah, if Fantastic Five picks Sand King here, I will be a fan for life. That's a great ride for Lifestealer's ult to get into these fights. It's good against Terrorblade, AoE stun, AoE damage. It's good against Willow. Elder Titan could be a problem for the lane. I don't think it's a good time for Sand King to lane against Elder Titan Terrorblade, but Mirana could drag waves for him. But this would be so good. This is the best hero I see here. I would love to see a Sand King.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be, yeah, no, I was thinking, yeah, decent against the illusions as well. The Sandstorm, just to disrupt the, like, because the Terrorblade's not always going to have the Metamorphosis up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're keeping us in suspense, you know. They're waiting for the
They don't have
7-minute
off
delay
it,
to catch up till they hear you say to go for the Sand King.
Please, Fantastic Five, I'm begging you. This is a little bit confusing to me as a draft because Invoker provides you with a lot of this. It's control, but it's not good control.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you can Tornado, EMP, but who's stunning for you to land this Cataclysm, say?
Yeah.
They don't have that right now.
True, true.
So
what you're saying is they're going to draft an offlane Faceless Void.
Holy. You've figured it out. You've solved it.
I'm a genius.
Yeah. Okay, the Tidehunter is a good ban, because that would have been devastating for Gambit if they get ravaged into a Cataclysm. I'm also wondering if this is going to be an Exalt or a Quasvex Invoker, because I don't think Quasvex Invoker does any damage to Axe or Terrorblade.
No. Well, I suppose you do have, like, the... yeah, maybe not.
Also, don't you want your Mirana to buy this vessel again? Whereas a Quasvex Invoker usually is the one that buys it.
True. They could just both buy one.
Yeah.
You know,
share the charges.
Yeah.
You know,
sharing is caring. So, you know, if they were both to buy one, then yeah. But, you know, looking at it, do you... Okay, so they're just going to ban the... Like, straight up ban the Broodmother. Like, no cheese coming out in this last... Unless Monaco have a Meepo player. But...
Nah. They don't even have a Brood player. They haven't played Brood at all in either of the tournaments they played in.
Oh, there you go, the Sand King ban.
Yeah. That's so messed up. I was so excited. You know, I hope they pick Darkseid here. Put Iron Shell on Lifestealer, send him in. You get the illusions of the Terrorblade. It's a great time.
Yeah, good vacuum into the Ancient Apparitions Ice Blast as well. Could do some work.
These are all just heroes I like. Realistically, I feel like a Pango could be great for them here. Although it's not the best stun setup, it's still a lot of good control. Okay, sure.
Going back for the Underlord.
I don't like this, but what can you do?
You can get up and walk away. Please don't, because I need someone that actually knows what they're talking about. But yeah.
When I look at it on paper, you know, I've been looking at a lot of paper with these drafts. It's nice to have Underlord against TV, in lane. Yeah, it's good against Axe. It's a nice hero that's going to buy your aura items for you. Who's initiating on Fantastic Five?
Are you guys gonna play the game?
Are you relying entirely on a tornado from Invoker to start your fights? There's no jump stun. Who jump stuns? No one.
Mirana jump stuns.
Yeah. Oh, like Gambit's got such a better lineup. You have an Axe that's gonna jump in on you. You have a Void Spirit that's gonna jump in on you. I love this. You have such good disengage. You have this Elder Titan. You actually just have everything you need on Gambit. Great team fight, tower push, carry, late game potential, BKB piercing stuns. Like, what is Lifestealer gonna do when this Void Spirit rolls up with an Ags and it's just silencing you, and you don't want to buy BKB because you're Lifestealer? You don't want to buy a Manta because that's just horrible. I don't see how Fantastic Five's draft is better here. I don't see the potential of it.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to wait to see how this game plays out to see if there is any potential in Fantastic Five's draft. But for now, I guess you've made your point that, you know, how great Gambit is, just so you could put your curse on them, and Fantastic Five turn this one around. Yeah, I see through your tricks. I know what you're doing. But
they know I'm rooting for them. Let's go Fantastic Five. Hey!
But yeah, no, like I say, I'm gonna have to stick with Gambit. They're my TI predictions, and they can't go out too soon. They need to keep me on the edge of my seat for at least the next. How long does the qualifiers go on for? Like the next 2 days, 3 days. So yeah, they need to go all the way to the finals.
Well, I am rooting for Gambit this game, sadly. Fantastic Five just... I'm not sure how they're meant to play this game. I think a Terrorblade with all these items that he normally gets, his Scotty. How do you fight into that? How do you stop him from farming? Your Invoker has to decimate mid, which assumably he won't because they didn't have last pick, and Gambit got to pick, you know, their matchup for mid. Well, Ascol is bold in all chat, okay.
Fair enough. I mean,
he needs to pop off so hard.
I was gonna say it's a do or die situation. You've got to do whatever you can to get in your opponent's heads. So.
I can't read Russian. Is that Russian?
Yeah, I can't read Cyrillic either. I'm sure someone in chat can translate it for us in 7 minutes. So, just check on chat at 6 minutes 20 seconds.
Alright. Maybe there'll be some really sick, like, tornado into arrows in the mid lane.
Well, yeah, all you need to do is hold off until Mirana gets those +2 multi-shot arrows and, like, easy 3-man stuns. So Ladon, he's hanging around on top of the steps. The Spirit is going to be summoned here from Elder Titan now as well, but Ladon's just trying to scout this one out. I want to see where... like, they're trying to go to try and snatch these runes, because he might lose both. Oh no, the arrow's going to be off the mark, but yeah, they're going to lose both river runes. So that's going to be a 3-for-1 trade going in favor of AS Monaco Gambit.
Alright. I guess they just won the game. We can just call it.
That's it, 3 bounty runes. How'd you ever come back from that?
It's cool GG right now. Don't know what else to do.
Iron's trying to do what he can to try and put Ladon off, you know, but Ladon's just going to sit there and because once the Spirit does the damage to you, that's kind of it. So he's trading off the damage from the Spirit just for 3 or 4 right clicks, and hopefully Willow's not gone too long. But yeah, no, Iron is going to be forced back a little bit. He's got to be careful here. Underlord's not skilled anything up just yet, you know, he's no Pet Malice, no Firestorms or anything, but he does need to be careful about being hit by a point blank arrow, maybe into a Firestorm, because that could be a lot of damage before the game even really starts.
Yeah. I'm just trying to look at each lane and see how they're going to play out. Because I feel like the Axe and the Willow are going to have good kill potential on this Aya, who's very weak. But I do not know how well they can pressure this Lifestealer. Potentially, it can be pretty aggressive with Axe. Because his counter helix is so strong. Mid lane, I feel like should probably go even. Bot lane, obviously, I knew that I would get fucked up on Mirana. That was just...
Of course.
I just saw it in my mind's eye. Yeah. This is very selfish of them to do that while I was slowly working my way through the lanes, but okay.
Yeah, I didn't think that they were going to let Iron get so close after the Spirit, you know, sucked up all this damage, and like Ladon just... He didn't even leap in, he just let Iron walk up to him. Now there is going to be an arrow though, so Iron's going to get pretty darn low. He needs to walk himself away.
He doesn't have a salve, which is pretty unfortunate. Otherwise I'm sure he would have committed in a little bit harder there to get as much damage as he could. It's a little bit hard to deal with, right, because you get a movement speed after you throw out your Astral Spirit based on how many units you went through. So
yeah,
you know, he just runs at you and he punches you in the face, and he does it very quickly.
Yeah, and Ladon, I thought as a ranged hero, you know, he was going to let Ayn stay far from, but I suppose the slow comes out from the Terrorblade here now as well, so Ladon, he's going to be like 2 more right clicks away from going down with these illusions doing extra damage, but Ayn just needs to back himself away. Meanwhile, the top lane, BCC is getting pretty darn low, will be taken down by Immersion.
That's a shame. You don't want to be dying like that. I talked about how weak A is in lane. That's a prime example of it. Willow, so easily, you can just click him down. Land one spell and he's lost all his HP.
Yeah.
Here comes Ayn again. Bonk. Bonk.
He's actually, again, he might get this one more right click. He gets himself in range, and he's not even going to go down because Mirana took the leap and not the Starstorm, so there's no follow-up damage on Twine. The right clicks weren't enough, and Elder Titan's kind of laughing. He's already got himself 1 point into the natural order here as well.
Yep. I really, really, really don't like this Underlord last pick. It's not a great laner into Elder Titan, and he is not able to cut waves and secure farm for quite a few levels. Unlike, I think that's something that they should maybe try and focus on right now, is Mirana runs behind the tower and drags some waves around for last hero so he can actually farm, because I don't think at this point that you are contesting this Terrorblade.
No, probably not. I just noticed something that Ayn did that I'm pretty sure it's blocked if you look behind the bottom creep camp on the river. The sentry, as we hear arrows going off now as well, so let's flick back to the fight just to... I'm going to stop admiring the wards for a second. But you know, this is really clever because there was one that was just outside of the block box for this camp, and then Ayn moves himself down, dewards with the sentry, and then like reblocks the camp, I'm pretty sure. Immersion gets another kill. And yeah, no, you weren't joking. AA is pretty weak in lane. That's the Firestorm. It's going to be dropped here, and the damage coming out onto last hero once again. Even DR wants in on this. A couple more right clicks, the leap comes forward, trying to do the body block in here. Mirana might save his life. How far away is that spirit? 4 seconds. So Ayn, are they going to try and turn this one around?
I think last hero just lived because the Terrorblade greeted out and really wanted the last hit, so he just held his attack and waited for Ayn to hit him.
Yeah, I mean, Ladon was pretty good though with the body blocks, just moving himself left and right. But
yeah, but Terrorblade's so greedy. You can't just be like, I want the last hit, therefore I won't kill him. I mean, I guess it's fair enough, right? Because now last hero is so low HP that he doesn't even want to approach the lane, whereas if he died, he comes back with all of his resources. So I guess you could argue this is just as fine as getting the kill, albeit without the money of getting the kill.
Yes.
Oh,
look at it. Like, 2 more right clicks. Ladon, he has to leap away. Like, he's using these leaps. Oh, the arrow, it's actually not going to connect. He dodges that one off because he's just so fast. Creep gets taken down. But that's only, that's not what you wanted as the Mirana with the arrow. Because that could have been potentially, if they'd have hit that arrow, that would have been a kill.
Now they're both just walking home to base. It's pathetic.
It's so sad to watch.
Looks like mid is literally even. Very good.
Yeah. We'll come back to this lane in another 10 minutes, see how it's going. No. Like,
in both games, they've had some action on the 6-minute runes, so we might see that again.
Yeah, Mirana is going to TP in now as well. Loranov, he's actually not got any points into the Assimilate, just going to go straight for the Resonant Pulse. So there's going to be a rotation round, so Ladon, if he gets a good arrow, and it actually connects, there's no way for... But the Willow has rotated down now as well.
Ladon just checked for a ward, that was pretty nice. So now he's going to put that ward down, and he knows that Loranov doesn't know it's there.
What's he got coming out to him on the courier as well? It's going to be the full wand, which is quite nice with the Void Spirit. He does have the bottle in his stash or his backpack. But...
No, here's Ladon for the 6 minutes. Looks like there won't be a kill though.
No, I think he just got vision because Ladon stepped up into tower range. I think he just got vision, so he backed himself away there. Meanwhile, while this is going on, Ayn's just having a fine time, just putting the pressure onto last hero.
Yeah, what can you do? This is really sad. I don't want to say something like a Sand King would have done better because I think Sand King suffers the same problem of getting walled out, but at least if you have a hero like that, you have a stun. So you can play around with this Burrow Strike into arrow.
It took 4 heroes there a good 15-20 seconds to take down the axe. I mean,
that's good.
Less than 7 minutes in, he's already got himself a Vanguard Ring of Protection. And yeah, he's off the lane. He's like, just let me farm. I'll get my quick Blink Dagger, you know, I'll get my Manta. It'll be fun, it'll be fine.
I'm glad you called out a timer for how long it took, so I know just how long I didn't realize that was happening. Thank you. I feel terrible.
I mean, are they going to be able to get the kill? Because the EMP, Tornado, yet Arrow is going to be able to get the stun, so the Cold Snap comes out, and Immersion. It should be... It doesn't even need that last right click. The Cold Snap just does the damage. And he's the one Asgore there to go for the Urn of Shadows, so it's not going to be the Mirana. Mirana's going to be fine going towards the regen boots, it looks like.
Mirana's just like, what do I buy now? Team?
Something that keeps her alive with the amount of damage she's taken here off Ein.
I think a Yule's would be really great for Mirana this game. It's set up against this Void Spirit, who's quite tricky to pin down. You can purge Eldertine with it if for some reason he had 3,000 damage and you desperately wanted to get rid of it. And it's nice against Dark Willow.
Yeah, meanwhile in the river, it looks like Lornoff might actually want to go, but the cold feet's going to be there. He's going to be dragged back into the Remnant here, BZZ. And Immersion rotating in. He's got the Shadow Realm off, but it's not a whole lot of damage. And it looks like everybody's just going to separate.
Okay.
Which...
It looks like Axe is trading his ability to farm against Lifestealer free farming. They're just 2 heroes free farming against each other.
Yeah, but then he can walk in and do things like this. I think the EMP is going to go. Is he going to be able to get the call off before it does go off? He doesn't actually have the mana for it now. He's going to be after using the stick charge. He gets the mana eventually. But are they going to be able to get the kill? Asgore, he runs himself into another Bramble. He's got himself invised up, but I do think that you have the vision. Maybe not. I thought somebody popped a dust, but Lornoff gets himself down to the low ground. He's going to be slowed down, cold snapped up, and looks like maybe killed off. The arrow does miss, but he doesn't have an Astral Step, and Dissimulate just came off cooldown. So yeah, Afterlife got really unlucky there. He walked himself into an EMP, and it went off literally at the second before he could get the call off.
Yeah. It was... He could have just walked out and not gotten EMP'd, but then I guess he loses the ability to maybe kill some heroes. It was kind of like a back and forth step that gave him nothing. Just from a little bit of doubt. Invoker's moving to bot, so I think he's going to try and get a pick off on Ein here, and then they have 3 heroes that can just push this bot tower.
Cold Snap EMP Tornado comes through. There's going to be the pit as Malice is now as well. And now the Titan. Well, Spirit didn't save him then. Immersion might actually be in a bit of trouble as well, but it looks like everybody on the side of Fantastic Five are just going to back themselves away. As Axe, he's just going to be straight contesting up against Rari. Does he want to try and... The creeps aren't there to go for the call. He is actually going to get it off just before the Wild Wing Ripper does die. And Afterlife... Yeah, he's getting close to the blink. 10 minutes in, and he's, what, 250 gold, 350 gold away from getting that?
Yeah, this blink's going to be pretty big. They're probably going to take a smoke with it and try and do a pick off onto Lifestealer. Lifestealer's kind of gone unchecked for too long.
Yeah, he's going towards the armor, and Ein probably just... if he'd have gone any further, Ein was in real trouble though.
I spent the last 10 minutes punching the hell out of this Underlord. He's felt so good about himself, and then he comes top. He's like, hey, Lifestealer, you want to get punched too? And just gets punched back. He's like, oh, Jesus.
Somebody
like
that can hit back? Yeah, not fair. Oh, the Ice Blast is going to be committed onto the Void Spirit. He's going to be stood up by the arrow now as well. Will shatter. Last hero does get the last hit. That's BZZ.
That's decent.
Yeah, doing a little bit of dewarding here now as well. Immersion doesn't want to go on this. It's level 6, so he does have the Bedlam with the Brambles. Mid lane. I mean,
yeah, that's very strong. I think they should try and do something with this Terrorblade soon. I don't think it has to be anything big or grand. I don't think they need to do any smoke ganks, but something as simple as just moving him towards top and trying to pressure top tower with meta could go a long way to opening up their map if they can try and take this tower down.
They are smoked up in the river. They are waiting. The smoke's going to break. The arrow comes out, connects to the Terrorblade. EMP is going to be there now as well. And DR, he gets the Sunder off. He's going to have no mana left because he's going to be able to run himself away. He's not. He's going to be tornadoed up and he's going to die.
Thunder doesn't matter when you only have 1000 HP.
Yeah, he's not the tankiest boy in the garage. So, yeah, he needs his items. Like you say, he needs to maybe take the farm in the top, get the towers. As Rari is stepping up, so Immersion. Does he want to try and go? Ascot does take down, I think, Gambit. Like, they are the pro players. They know better than me. That's why they are there and I'm here. But they're overextending just a little bit.
The job of the offlaner is generally to take unsafe farm. If you're taking farm away from this triangle, I don't think that's overextending per se. I think it's mostly unfortunate because Fantastic Five have this ward in their own triangle.
Yeah.
Usually there isn't one there. Usually people go for a lot more aggressive wards, especially if you're playing with this Invoker Coswax who's looking for these kills. I feel like it's okay for Axe to assume there's no vision there, and it's good for him to take this farm away from Fantastic Five.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So it's just an unfortunate one. Looks like they're gonna go for finishing this mid tower now.
Yeah,
should be fairly easy.
The run does drag him back in, but Rari's with that armor, you know, he is pretty tanky. Is this just gonna be a 4 versus 5 until DI just gets a lot more farm? Because it looks like he's gonna go towards the Sanjin Yasha. In fact, he's gonna have that complete after this wave. Yeah, he's gonna have that coming out now. So is this where he tries to look to fight? The Ice Blast is gonna be way off the mark. I'm not sure where that's going. All the way off the map.
It's going to Texas.
Oh, it's getting to TI. Okay, yeah, no, it's...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
While that was happening mid, DR did take top tower with Meta. I'm so proud of him. So proud. That's nice. And now he can just walk into the enemy jungle.
Oh, they're going to try and make a move onto Afterlife. Afterlife once again, he tries to call the creep, but he's just going to be stunned up, so he's not going to be able to walk away with that ice wall coming through now as well. There should be the death of the Axe. He's going to try and crawl to keep himself alive for a little bit longer, but his team wasn't there. In fact, the Terrorblade just straight up abandoned him. He saw what was going on, started to walk, and then just like turned 360 degrees and moonwalked away.
I think what Axe was doing there should have been probably one of the supports instead. It was good to die there because if you weren't dying there, then they were going to keep going and find your Terrorblade, right? Someone needs to either break a smoke, gank towards your carry, or unless they're in danger, by the way, down bot.
Yeah, he's trying to get himself away from this, but with 3 heroes here, he might actually be able to turn around and do a little bit of damage. But the Bedlam, oh, now the Ice Blast comes down. But I actually don't know, is low enough? He should be fine, right? Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
I know.
But Ein could be in a little bit more trouble with the Cold Snap come through, the EMP. The Tornado's already been used, even got a Spirit Vessel on him. Sunstrike's gonna be... He nearly walked back into it, but yeah, Asgold secures that kill.
I want to see them make a move with this blink on Axe. It feels like all Axe has been doing has been blocking enemies from getting to his teammates and dying and trying to go farm dangerous places and dying, which is not the worst thing you could be doing with your time, but it feels like they didn't take advantage of their early blink timing and they haven't really gotten any kills with it since, so... They have heavy magic burst with Dark Willow and Void Spirit, so it just feels like they should be taking advantage of that right now. Oh, I'm not sure if they're waiting for an item. Void Spirit went Echo Saber. It's quite interesting.
Okay. For any reason, do you think? Like,
it was a build that Topson was doing for a while, so maybe it's inspired from that. I believe the jump in with Echo Saber is just like a lot of damage,
but
just really bursty.
If you're gonna copy a build, shouldn't you be copying a build of someone that's winning? Please, Seb, don't
no
slip
comment.
into my DMs.
I did not have relations with your mother.
So imagine it's going to be the Moonlight Shadow coming out, but Afterlife actually gets a decent blink in there. So Ice Blast, it's going to be still the Tornado up into the air. He might be able to take down the Smarana. He will be able to take down the Smarana, but Asgold immediately gets a return kill onto Afterlife now as well. It looks like they might try and go a little bit further as the dust gets popped. But Asgold, the Infest comes out, and yeah, the Invoker should be able to run himself away safely there.
Yep, you don't really want to be trading your life as an axe for a Marana. It's unfortunate that that's the hero that you're initiating on. I think if you're going on a support, you want it to be AA just because of how hard Ice Blast is to play into. But yeah, definitely I feel like Marana might have been the worst hero to initiate on.
Yeah, and I suppose
how good everyone else is.
It's hard as well when the Moonlight Shadows pop like that, you know, once you start to fade away, because there was no sentries, the dust only got popped a little bit later on. So once the heroes start to scramble, you know, it's kind of like just go after whatever you can find, I guess. As Axe, he's actually building into the 4-staff. Is there any reason he'd go for this instead of like the either the Blade Mill or the Manta build that we've been seeing? Is this just a little bit of extra save? As while the arrow comes out, Dark Willow, is there going to be a blink in onto this? They are going to be able to catch the Marana once again. Even going to be using the Earth Splitter to try and lock him down, but the Ice Blast connects onto Afterlife, and Afterlife with the Spirit Vessel. I don't think he gets himself out of this. He's just going to tick down, and now turning this one around, it looks like Fantastic 5. They might be able to get themselves at least a triple kill.
They're not comboing the spells very fluidly. The Elder Titan ult takes a little bit too long to come out on top of a call. So it wasn't looking too good.
Radiant are scanning.
I just feel like they waited too long to work with this axe.
Yeah.
Is under attack.
Yeah, because I mean, he had a decent early game, you know, like say you got that Vanguard pre 7 minutes. It was a fairly quick blink as well, but he's 1-5-3 at the minute. Like you say, he just doesn't feel like he's had the impact you come to expect from the axes at the minute.
Yeah, this was what felt like Axe's game to run away with as he pleased, and instead they just didn't make the plays. I understand though that it can feel hard.
Oh, he might go down once again. Throws out the call just for the extra damage, but the Ice Blast coming in now as well, and Afterlife. He's headed to the Afterlife. And the leap from Ladon. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to find any follow-up kills. The Terrorblade as well as the Dark Willow already in the Dire Jungle. So just away from this fight. Yeah, and Afterlife, like I say, it just feels like he's just... Every time he comes back, he gets into a position that just gets punished by Fantastic 5.
Yep, if they can keep up this pressure with Invoker, they're looking to be in a good spot. This lifesteal is pretty farm this game around. We saw before how underwhelming a lifestealer with no money is, so to be second on the net worth, only a little bit behind, 1k behind Terrorblade, you're doing pretty well for yourself. He doesn't even have Maelstrom, he's just keeping up this farm just simply by hitting creeps, pushing towers, and shoving lanes.
Illusion.
And how's the... I mean, the TB's looking quite good. He's got that BKB now going towards the Skadi. Is the Skadi the time where... Because Dia's kind of been avoiding the fights. Speaking of fights, there's going to be the Ice Blast once again. The arrow won't connect. I think he just got out of range there as well. So he's going to take the Spirit Vessel, but not the Ice Blast damage. Yeah, is this where...
Good.
With the BKB up now, does Dia want to be fighting into this, or does he want to get that Skadi first?
Well, it looks like they do, because they're going to smoke up. Obviously, BKB is always a great timing to let you go fight. As long as they get the appropriate control.
Well, he's going to be able to get a call into a Remnant off onto the Invoke here now as well. There's the Brambles, the Bedlam even being committed, and that's going to be a dead Carl for at least 44 seconds.
Yeah, that's gonna allow them to take mid tower. There's no way Invoker's gonna buy back to save mid tower. They don't have the damage to.
They might even be able to find the A out of this. Assimilate's going to be coming through the call now as well. So Afterlife, he gets himself 2 kills out of that. The arrow will fly through though. Are they going to be able to change targets? It looks like the axe might pay with his life.
Okay. A good turnaround. They lose mid.
But yeah, like you said, creates space. DR got himself a mid tower. He's going towards the Skadi. In fact, he's what, about 300 off an ultimate orb there. That's not awful.
Yeah, they need to push out their lanes now though, because top and bot are both pushing in really hard. They already lost their tier 2 bot, so that's not going to be naturally shoving the lane back out. Fine for DI, he's going to get to push this all the way down the lane. It's a lot of money for him. They're smoking on Fantastic 5 in the meantime because they want to upkeep this pressure. They want to keep fighting before this terribly gets to Scotty, because that is going to be pretty devastating. Here we go.
Smoke breaks the leap up onto the high ground with the Yule Scepter. This is going to be a point blank arrow here now. The Dark Willow. He's going to be able to get himself up into there with his own Yule Scepter though. What's he going to do? He's got that. Did he get it off? He actually gets killed off by Asgold. Just looking for the Shadow Realm, but he wasn't able to get it. And now Afterlife will go down as well. The Tornado. Oh, he catches 2 walking down the stairs. And Ein. This is not going to be a nice time for Ein. The body blocks from the illusions, but it's not going to be enough. And I think with the 3 heroes dead for 30 seconds or so, does this open up Roshan? Is that where you want to be headed if you're Fantastic 5?
I don't think they have the damage to do Roshan. No one bought a medallion. I said Yules would be good for Marana, and she did end up going it, but it means they don't have a medallion to help with Roche. Not that they need one necessarily to do it, but I think Lifestealer's build, which is just armor SMY, is not very damage heavy against non-heroes, so they could try and do it. I think Marana Arrow helps a bit, but maybe a bit later when this Lifestealer finishes his MKB. I think for sure then they'll be strong enough to take it. For now, they should just try and keep taking these good fights, get good pickoffs.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe if they can kill this Terrorblade, then they can safely attempt to do a Roshan. It's very hard to do Roshan into Elder Titan. I think that's the biggest issue that they have.
Yeah.
For Fantastic 5, Elder Titan is such a god on the pit, just because of this Astral Spirit. You get 2-man stomped or something, say goodbye to your Roche.
To get the call off, are they going to be able to take down Lifestealer here? He's trying to toggle through. He does have the armlet once he gets himself out of range. Yeah, just gets the Infest off into Asgold. He should be, I say should be fine. You'll Scepter there for the Marana, going to be caught. No, not caught by the Remnant either now as well, so it's going to be Ein's time to run away. Is he going to be able to get himself away safe? He takes the Arcane Rune just in case. The Brambles come out. Might save his life here. Rari checks the pit just in case. Yeah, there's going to be an Earth Splitter in 10 seconds.
Dude, Asgold's Midas was off cooldown for so long. I'm so upset right now.
Just that, what are you doing? You've got to get yourself, you know, get those timings.
Allies disappear.
Oh, they're going in, Biz.
Are they going to try and make a move onto Axo? Because it looks like this is, I've seen this before. Fantastic 5 just moving themselves up onto the high ground. And yeah, everybody on the side of Gambit just needs to move themselves away. Just starts to march towards the low ground.
I don't think they had a ward that showed them Marana rolling, did they? So that must have just been purely instinct.
I think
like, not showing.
Is it this one? Just underneath the tier 2. Did he? I don't think the I don't think the Moonlight shadowed that far back.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Maybe it was just Spidey sense.
This is a great position for Fantastic 5 to be in. If they're controlling this triangle, they can cut waves, push in, take this tier 1 tower top. This tier 1 tower top is quite a nice one to have up for contesting Roshan, so it makes taking Rosh for them when they want to do it eventually much easier if they can take this first. Wow, what an arrow! Oh!
It connects to DR, yeah, and is he going to be able to get himself out? He's just forced to pop a BKB and walk himself out of that pit. Which,
that's perfect.
That's not how you want to be using your BKB, especially an 8-second BKB though. I mean, I suppose it keeps him alive, but that's not a great one.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, usually I would say that I would want to try and force a team fight, you know, seeing the BKB be used, but... Oh, Axe is going tall.
Oh, the arrow, it cancels the TP as well. Void Spirit, they might be able to pick him off. Meanwhile, are they going to be able to get the kill onto BTZ? At least that one will connect, but Axe will be taken down now. It looks like Lorinov gets himself out alive as Last Hero gets the kill onto Immersion.
Wow. They have fulfilled one of the grand points of how to do Roche. Kill 1 or 2 heroes outside of the pit. Proceed to Roche. It's that easy.
Yeah, it really is. It really, really is. And now there's at least, well, it's a full solo quest up now as well onto Last Hero. So this Roshan, he's not going to last. Yes, he can try and throw the Earth Splitter out if he wants to, but Roshan's pretty much gone, and it's going to go. The Aegis gets claimed and gets popped immediately. Yeah. But
I wondered if that would kill him. I was waiting for him to infest the Underlord, but I guess he chose not to. Maybe he thought he'd live. Yeah,
maybe Sunstrike. Oh, it didn't do enough damage. He took Lorinov down to about 350 health, but he's fine.
There's an AA ult. There's an AA ult. No!
He's fine. He's fine.
That was so close. That was literally half a second off.
Absolutely calculated.
My god.
And now he's taunts his way back into base. I mean, I suppose you take the little victories where you can find them.
So, it's unfortunate that they don't have Roche now. The Aegis is just dead. However, it does mean that they've now pushed Roche into the cycle for number 2, which is going to be huge, obviously, with that shard.
Yeah.
So, if Fantastic Five can keep this up and not throw the game somehow in the next 8 minutes, then yeah, maybe they can get Roche number 2.
That is a possibility. Go win the game. But Terrorblade now, SNY, BKB, Skadi is up. He's even got himself an Elven Tunic. So, that's a pretty big Terrorblade.
I would beat that Terrorblade in a fight.
Like, you and Terrorblade, 1 versus 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. 100% believe that.
Yeah. I would just go for the ankles. What was he gonna do?
I don't know, because, like, is it a 1 versus 1 if he creates an illusion of yourself and then you kind of like beat yourself up and he can just stand there being like, stop punching yourself, stop punching yourself?
Well, I won't use my spells if he doesn't use his spells, okay?
That's fair enough.
Alright, so they're smoked up around Terrorblade. And
the arrow connects.
But you can't see him.
Yeah, and now they know that there was vision there, so they do get that D-ward through. But this bottom lane's pushing in.
It's fine. These arrows are hitting worthless targets.
I mean, I wouldn't call the Void Spirit worthless.
Well, you were smoked. So you can't go on him.
True, yeah, true. Though, if they jump up, they break the smoke, then they can go on them.
Yeah, I love jumping into the smoke of however many heroes that I can't see.
The Remnant's going to come out onto the Lifestealer. He is going to be pulled into that. It's caught out in the Brambles here as well, but nothing to follow up. Even the Bedlam committed to do a little bit of farming there for the Dark Willow. And Rory just needs to... Well, he's going to scamper, and now they find Afterlife. They're going to be able to take him down. It's going to be a 2-man pit coming through now as well. It looks like Last Hero. Curse Crown will be used just to lock him down, and then the Remnant as well to drag him back in. Brambles to follow up, but he's so darn tanky. And I guess he's so darn tanky, and no one wanted to commit onto him, so he's not really going to lose that much life either.
I suppose this pit is why Axe bought a 4-staff, because if you put the Pit of Malice down Atos, you're getting 2 rounds of pits routing. Oh shit, this fight's popping.
Oh, yep, it's going to be a dive in. There's going to be a double Brambles coming through now as well. What they're going to be able to do on the back lines is going to be the Atos. Just going to hit onto Lorinov, and now the pit comes out. He's forced to pop the BKB TP away, and no bashes to stop that. So it looks like they want to chase. Well, who are they going to be able to find? It looks Axe gets that blink. Ice Blast doesn't hit anyone. Meanwhile, TB Illusions just pushing out the lane. TB is going to be fine with this. What's he going towards the secret shop for? It's going to be another Daedalus. And he's not going to be too far off that as well. This is really nice for him. He even gets himself a rune. The Cold Feet is there, so they know that Asgold is about what they're going to try and do. It's going to just pop to BKB. Turns this one around. Does he want to go into Asgold? Asgold's being right-clicked down. He might even get this without the metaform up. Just stands and right-clicks, but now the BKB is gone. Whereas the rest of his team is going to be A-toast up. The pick comes out now as well. It's going to be Force-staffed away. Really nice Force-staff there. He'll set it up in the air. The double call. The Ice Blast comes through, but not before the Sunder. And Afterlife will be taken down eventually. It looks like, no, the Spider Legs will be able to get him away, but it's going to be 5 heroes all grouping up. The Force Staff once again onto DR. DR's going to try and get himself away from this. The right clicks from Rari will do the job. Laurenov, though, does take down Ladon. He's going to be able to dive himself away from this, but Immersion, do they want to try and go any further with the Cursed Crown? They're going to be stunned up with a double stun there with the Pit, but they want to go. The Remnant actually drags onto Asgold, and Laurenov with a Dissimilate. He's going to be silenced up, but pops that BKB. He's fine? Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, the 4 staffs as well. Afterlife might not be so lucky. I think he got cheeky to try and go for that tier 1 tower, but, well, it just didn't work out. How far away? Oh no, tier 1 tower is like way too far away from being killed. So that was just I don't know what he was doing.
Congratulations to Afterlife for his 10th death. He is racing away with them compared to his team.
Oh, we shouldn't pick on offlaners. It's not fair.
I'm an offlaner, so I can pick on other offlaners. It's written in the rules.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Items are going to be cancelled by the Shadow Realm. It's the Pit should still lock him down. Did he want to go for the damage with the Cold Snap? The Spirit Vessel is going to come down into the Meteor just over it as well. So that Yulsepter doing a whole lot of work. The Earth Splitter will finish the job onto the Invoker. And now Laurenov, does he want to try and re-engage? He's going to try and chase down last hero with the Cursed Crown. Going to be another Shadow Word with a Terrorize. The Shadow Word will, the Shadow Realm will take off. As the chase comes in, the Remnant drags him back. And last hero, no taxi away for you, boy.
That was a little bit of an overcommitment.
Doesn't get the call. Can't even get the call onto the courier because he was span up in the air with the Yules.
Yeah, Mocha's been playing this game without a BKB. Which is very scary, especially when you're playing into all these magical controllers. I personally wouldn't do it. But then again, you know, I'm not a professional player.
Not a professional player yet.
Balls. Not yet. Yes. Okay.
I mean, you never know. In like 10 years, when barely anyone's playing Dota 2.
True, when everyone retires.
Exactly.
That's when I will.
Yeah.
I will simply outlast everyone else.
That's my plan for casting. Wait until everyone else retires and just become the #1 Dota caster. Like, it's a foolproof plan.
The 5 viewers that watch Dota still, they love me. They love me.
Well, 3 of them like me. 2 of them, you know, they're alright with me.
Yeah. Well, that was not the greatest turn of events for Fantastic 5. The net worth has pretty much equalized at this point, so it could go either way. Roche is gonna form soonish, a couple minutes. We'll definitely see a lot of fights break out around that. The fight on the Ancients, it seemed... It was pretty well done by Fantastic 5, how they've managed to hunt and kill the Terrorblade. But not before Invoker died.
Yeah.
I guess he wasn't tracking the cooldown of his Ghost Walk, and it meant he did have to buy back. So right now he's on his dieback timer. Yeah, that just feels pretty bad for him.
With the blink in, they're going to be able to find the A8. Spiderlegs comes up. There's going to be a Yulsepter. It doesn't really matter the amount of damage that Diaz doing. He even picks himself up a gem for his troubles, which was dropped by the AA. I wouldn't have thought that would have been a hero that picked up. Now the Metamorphosis is going to be used. Right clicks onto Lifestealer now as well. Last hero trying to do what he can. The pick comes out. BKB is going to be popped, and Afterlife will be going down the Infest Bomb. It looks like, is there a Sunder available? He's not even going to really need it. Ain's the one getting low. Yulsepter once again, terribly though, can just turn and right click because it's going to be the dive on the backlines by the Void Spirit, and Rari's going to get pretty down low here now as well. Tornado comes through with that Spirit Vessel. Does he get the... He doesn't get the Sunder off, and he will go down. Gem on the deck. Ein trying to pick up the... It doesn't matter. He's dead. I think he dropped the Sentry Ward, or tried to plant the Sentry Wards to pick up the gem, but he just got caught because he still had another Sentry Ward left. And the sentry cooldown timer, who would have known? Or even the Ice Blast, it's not gonna... Yeah, it won't kill anyone. The Dark Willow went the opposite way anyway. But this is a big window here for Fantastic Five.
Not that big, only because Lifestealer's dead and he does most of their damage for sieging, doing Roche. I mean, there is no Roche, but they're not going to get any objectives over this at most.
They do the most important thing. They completely ignore any objectives after a team fight and they go and farm. Is that not how you're supposed to play the game?
Invoker's pushing a lane, so that's good. We take those. And Mirana's dead. Mirana's dying, that's also very good. And last here is going to go shove top. This is what you want to do in these sort of situations where there is no objectives to take. You want to just go to side lanes, you want to shove them out, you want to reset everything into a position where when your Lifestealer respawns, you can go and do something. You can go smoke, you can go contest rogues, you can go take a fight, and you're not worrying about the position of your lanes. So, I like what they've done here. I was surprised by how the Lifestealer disappeared when he tried to manfight the Terrorblade. The Daedalus does a lot of damage. It's kind of scary.
It's pretty deadly. And he's even going to be going for a Dragon Lance to follow up on the high grounds though. Did he want to try and make a dive happen? I guess Afterlife wasn't close enough, so they might not want to try and engage without their axe. Because you can't go in without your sacrificial lamb. That'd just be rude.
Yep.
Okay.
It's gonna do Roche, okay. Did they know on Fantastic Five? They might. I mean, they're all standing around the pit.
Yeah. Like, Ice Blast is gonna come in now, but Roche is... I like this. It's only the TB in the pit, and they're gonna try and backstab this in. He's gonna try and go for the call here. Afterlife, he just gets a spider leg so he can run himself down and away before he gets caught in a run of Atos.
This is pretty bad. You don't have AA ult for your fight now.
Yeah, and everybody was outside of that EMP there as well. The Meteor's just going to help them take Roshan. Look at how fast he's... Yeah, it's okay, 6 versus 4. Secret Agent Invoker there. Aegis is going to be popped already.
But now there's no meta.
Oh, did he pop the meta? He did pop the meta right before he died. Did he have the reveal as well? They're going to be able to take down the Mirana. It looks like with those brambles about. Yeah, tries to force staff himself away, but he's going to be caught out and not killed off just yet. The Infest as well. So they try and turn themselves around, but it's going to be a good Earth Splitter across 2 heroes. Afterlife trying to do what he can. The Ice Blast is going to be coming up once again. I think they're both outside of that, though they do take down Ein. Where'd that Sunder go? Now the Cold Snap coming out onto the Terrorblade. Terrorblade, he tried it, but the Lotus Orb, it just reflects it. Lifestealer gets his life back. He literally steals life.
That was great. Yeah, the Terrorblade used his meta to take Roche in the first place. He didn't panic cast or anything.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But dying right after getting the Aegis is awful, especially when you've just used meta to use it, so you can't take that fight. Great fight taken from Fantastic Five.
And it looks like, yeah, with all 5 heroes alive, they can just put pressure onto this tier 3 tower in the mid lane, and Terrorblade doesn't have a buyback. He's out 1,000 gold, 1,100 gold before he even could afford that, so for 40 seconds, I guess, Monaco, how did he try and repel this pressure on the base? Or did he not? Did he just let this happen?
This Lifestealer hits so fast, it's so satisfying.
He's getting pretty down low. The Ice Blast is going to come through onto 3. He got the kill onto Rari though. Last hero of the Yule Scepter. Doesn't matter. The taxi away. Yeah, the Lifestealer has the Penta-Edged Sword, which is just such a good item for him.
Can't help but think that mistakes were made in letting a Lifestealer get that low.
Yeah. Like, he could have backed away a little bit sooner, I guess. You know, maybe just reset for the pressure onto the tier 3 tower.
Yeah, I'm not sure when Void Spirit got the Ags. Maybe he was caught off guard by that, because he can't rage against it, right, because of the silence.
Yeah.
He has no defensive items. He's relying pretty much entirely on Underlord's Lois.
Hold on, I'm just trying to look as well just to see who got the shard. I think it was Dark Willow, because the only player with a shard I can find.
He's had that for a long time, I think.
Oh, has he?
Yeah. He had it in a fight, but Terrorblade has the shard.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Terrorblade was dead. That's why I didn't check him. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. The Demon Zeal isn't too bad as well. Bottom lane, though. Are they going to try and set up for this kill onto Lorinov? Let's see where they go here, Ladon. They need to be careful because there is a full team of Gambit right behind Lorinov, or right in front of Lorinov, depending on which way you're facing.
I'm glad Invoker went back for BKB. He had the Hex queued up. I was a little bit scared for a while.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, it's a fresh BKB as well, so that should be quite nice in the next fight.
Like smoked up. Gambit considering pushing. They're all just circling the same spot.
Dire's
Both
bottom
teams.
tower is under attack.
Well, at least you know they're both on the same page.
Alright, looks like Fantastic Five just want to play in this top half of the map.
Who takes this Minotaur horn? Is that something you want to be given over to, like, the Axe? Or, because I mean, he has his BKB, the extra strength might be nice. And I guess Terrorblade wants to keep the Penta-Edge sword.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't think you want to give Axe your Minotaur Horn. He's a feeder and he has a BKB, so it's fine.
This is true, he has died 11 times.
Definitely, yeah, I would definitely put it on his Void Spirit. I think it's a good choice. Oh, spotted him.
Smoke breaks, yeah. So these say, fine, we'll take the Forge Spirit. Void Spirit, though. He's actually, yeah, he's got the Desolator BKB, he's got the Minotaur Horn now as well. I guess that's where the Echo Saber kicks in, right? Just the amount of right-click damage he will be doing now with the Desolator.
I believe the purpose of the Echo Saber is to be stronger earlier.
Yeah.
But for sure, it helps the scaling when you have this Deso. It's a nice build, I like it a lot. I'm glad he threw the Aghanims in there because it's so good against Lifesteal.
Two-man call, what are they going to be able to do? The Terrorize comes out onto 3 of them, though. He gets the Cullen Blade off, takes down BZZ. BZZ needs to buy back into this fight. It might just go straight for the Ice Blast. As Lorinov going to get pretty darn low. Diod does get the kill onto the last hero, and the chase is on. The cheese is eaten. And Rari, he's going to be able to use that rage to get himself out of this, but that's 2 buybacks committed on the side of Fantastic Five. And with the meta up, and it's only about a third of the way down. Are they going to walk into an Ice Blast here? Sunstrike won't actually hit because of the Eul Scepter now as well, but the Pit of Mars comes out onto the Terrorblade. Terrorblade, the force staff forwards. Does he want to try and fight into this? It's going to be a Tornado EMP combo coming out onto him with the Cold Snap as well. He might be able to kill him off, take him down. He's gone for 90 seconds unless he wants to buy back into this. Bramble's going to be used. In fact, the blink forward, it's going to be Lorinov gets a kill onto Ladon. Buyback from Ladon. 3 buybacks committed here on the side of Fantastic Five. They might not even... Okay, Dark Willow, yeah. The Rod of Atos comes out. He's got the Eul Scepter, but he won't be able to get himself out of that. There was just a decent amount of non-targetable damage, even with that Shadow Realm, that does secure the kill.
I can't tell if Fantastic Five just chained their spells perfectly, but the TV just didn't BKB. That was really, really, really bad. Can't be down without using the BKB. Especially when Fantastic Five don't even have any BKB Piercing Stones.
Yeah, Rari doesn't have a Basher.
Well,
He picked up the MKB as well as the Assault Curious.
maybe he overestimated how long it would take for the AA Cold Feet to freeze him. I'm not sure. Either way, it's pretty unfortunate. It completely halted their momentum. Now, Fantastic Five have reclaimed their chance because Gambit really started to get away a little bit with the net worth in the game.
Yeah, I mean the Terrorblade's still 6k ahead, or 5k, yeah, nearly 5k ahead of the Lifestealer. I suppose the big thing is, when you're looking at the cores, like, Axe is just bottom of the pile. You know, whereas we've seen games where he just kind of, like, he's only just 45 minutes in, only just started to build towards the Manta style now as well. So, he's gonna be able to pick up like the ultimate orb if he wants to here, or like the Asher. But even that, he might not even be able to do that. Yeah, he's gonna be caught out and killed off once again. The BKB comes up, but one more right click, and the gem's on the deck once again. We're just playing past the parcel with this gem.
Yeah, we talked about in past games about these supports that can just go around hunting from like that disruptor. In this game, you're playing against Invoker. It's the same sort of thing as a Nyx. If you're playing on these side lanes, you just have to be aware of the fact that at any moment this invisible hero can just come out and kill you. It's so scary. You can have wards down, doesn't matter, you won't see it coming. And Axe has been punished for that. It's even nicer that they have this combo of Lifestealer that can just infest Invoker, who can hunt for anyone, and then together they have kill potential. I don't think anyone on Radiant has... Oh, never mind. Willow has an Eon Disc, and Axe is building one.
Oh, so he's he's actually not going to go for the Manta now, so that's... Yeah, okay. Roshan
sick of this.
is back alive, though. And that's going to be an Aghanim Scepter. And I don't think... Does Gambit have any vision this is happening? I don't think they do. They're going to be sending the Spirit in now. There is an Earth Splitter available. Axe is back up in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So they might just be able to get this one, but the Earth Splitter is going to come rolling through. Do they do enough damage? Oh, it looks like the Void Spirit wants to dive in on this to terrorize onto 2 heroes now as well. Ice Blast in the pit, though. Are they going to be able to fight this one out? It looks like it's going to be from the outside of the pit. Terrorblade trying to do what he can in the Aegis. It hasn't been picked up yet. Who's going to be able to claim it? It's going to be Asgore that takes it eventually. An Afterlife inside the pit. What's he going to be able to do the damage? You got the call up in a couple of seconds. Aeon Disc pops for the Underlord. And they take down the Dark Willow. DR, you'll set it up into the earth. Do they have the damage to take down the Moran? They are going to be able to claim that kill at least. Asgore gets the kill onto Ein. The chase with the Tornado, it finds the Axe. I think the Axe might have been waiting to try and maybe jump back in with the rest of his team. Force Staff down to the low ground. That Spirit Vessel might still be able to do a decent amount of work. The Sunstrike is not going to be on the mark, and now the Aegis is going to be popped. You might want to try and turn this one around. Carry on fighting into this. Low enough, he's going to be able to Astral Step back in 10 seconds to sleep onto at least the Underlord. The right-click damage is going to be missing from the illusions here. Do they want to try and step this one up? Ein might try and chase because he does have that Spirit back, so it's going to be a lot of right-click damage. It's going to be the Dark Willow dead for 103 seconds. The chase could come out, but with not... I mean, the Dark Willow's a lot of lockdown for your team, so I don't know if Monaco... And if we take a look at the buybacks, it's actually not too bad. The Terrorblade has one, the Void Spirit has one. Invoker as well.
True. This is a little bit scary.
Oh, the jump in. I think... Did he get the Rage off? I think he did. This might be a dead Afterlife. The Force Staff, though, he barely avoids the Ice Blast.
That's such a shame that a blast will kill him.
And now, the racks are going to be fortified, but what does Terrorblade do? Because he was building in, he's actually going to go back and go for the Swift Blink, it looks like. He was building that Axe Scepter up. And now, Lorenov is going to be trying to dive in the backline, so they've caught out the ET. ET might not be able to get himself away from this. Deafening Blast. But all the Titan back up to the high ground at least.
I feel like if you're this Terrorblade, you should be trying to buy a refresher, right? Look at the go.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they are going to be able to take down Lifestealer. He has no buyback 6 minutes without him. And now Dark Rift comes out. Last hero says, enough of this. We are leaving.
Oh, I think he underestimated their damage. They have a Daedalus on this Terrorblade, so...
Well-gotten gains.
Really easy to just die like that.
Okay, so I didn't realize the Terrorblade already had the axe, and he's just straight up eating it. So he's going to be able to get out. Yeah, the Swift Blink completes now as well. So the damage, they can just push it up. They've got 90 seconds without a Lifestealer, and this is the window, I guess, that Monaco really need. They can step up, maybe even get themselves a set of racks. Do they... I mean, they could even go tier 4s if they wanted to try and end this here right now, right?
It's a little hard to push into Underlord and AA. If you overstep into these spells, it's one way to just throw the game. I'd probably I would want to take it slow with the racks. They don't have enough time to end.
The Ice Blast coming out onto Terrorblade now as well. The Leap the Hex, he's going to be Force Staffed away. Is he fine? Does he tick down? Oh, he's going to be able to sunder? Yeah. And now they go further on. The Marana is already dead. The dive forward as well. They're just going to shift focus again, I think, back to this tier 3 tower. Just with the illusion. Yeah, you can see the Terrorblade just right-clicking it, waiting for this fortification to wear off. And still, no lifesteal for 30 seconds. He's dead for so long.
But the most they're getting out of it right now is not even finished one rack.
True, true. Dark Willow just going to Shadow Realm. Where's that call? It's on the back lines. It's actually going to be over to the Invoker now as well. So the Terrorize going to be used. Ein though. The right clicks from the Terrorblade as well. DR, just a couple more right clicks. He should be able to take down Asgold down. Blink from Ein. He does still have that Earth Split. Is he going to be able to turn around and use it? Tornado comes up, and on the back lines, it looks like they are going to be able to take down Lorinov. Asgold gets taken down by Lorinov, and Asgold gets a kill onto Ein.
He didn't even get one rack.
No. They got them low though, so that kind of... No, again, close doesn't count.
Honestly, one impressive defense. They had a dead lifestealer for 2 full minutes and they can't even get 1 racks off of it. It was really nice spellcasting. The first attempt on TV's life with the Marana Arrow, Sunstrike, AA Blasts, super nice. It's a shame they got back. I don't know where the Underlord illusion came from. Oh, Underlord sent his illusionist illusion into the fight for some reason, and TV just got a free Sunder off of it, which wasn't very good. I guess he wasn't thinking about it. It's kind of easy to forget about it in a fight, but
yeah,
I guess TV could have sundered one of his. Yeah, no, yeah, that's not great. It's not great, yeah. But still, we saved the rag. You should be pretty happy with that. You didn't have to expend any further buybacks on the side of Fantastic 5. That's like the most important thing.
Have you
Invoker
seen
died, yeah, but he's not buying back, so it's good.
The Terrorblade's net worth? He's sitting on 8k to spend, and he's got a net worth of 45,000 gold.
I don't even know where all that came from.
I don't know.
He has 600 losses. 700 now. I guess that's where it came from.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, genuinely, what do you spend your money on here? Because you already have both pieces of the axe. Like, do you just get a moonshot?
Yeah. You can... I'm wondering if he would ever want to replace his SNY. Lifestealer has MKB, so you don't want to butterfly. And it's nice to have the status resistance from SNY. Oh, he's just... Okay, yeah. I literally can't remember what he just sold, but he just sold something for an MKB.
Oh, it was the Hurricane Pike.
Okay, that is gone.
Oh, the axe gets a double call off as well. The Terrorize comes out. Is this going to be enough damage though? Because the AA gets force-staffed out of this. He might get himself out alive. Or does he tick down? He ticks down, and Lorinov will be able to finish him off. With the Dissimulate, he has to buy back into this fight now as well. Yeah. Now the Titan gets caught out. He's going to be able to get himself away with the force-staff once again.
Flicker. So broken.
It's such a great item. And Rari, the chase is on. He's trying to right-click him down. I know, tries to flicker. It's not going to be enough this time. The call comes out onto the Invoker. Do they have enough damage to take him down while he's locked down? The Aeon Disc comes out from Afterlife now as well, so he's going to be able to call him Blade out. And Asgold gets killed off. He has to buy it back. AA is dead once again. Last hero, though. It's going to be the... It's just... It's too much. They've lost the ET, but... Gambit, are they going to try and turn this one around? There's not going to be an Aeon Disc to save his life here. Now the Tornado comes out onto the Terrorblade. Terrorblade, though, does not have that BKB, so he's just going to be caught up and killed off. He does have the buyback available if he needs to. TP away by the Dark Willow as well.
So hopefully now you can go and force TV's buyback, and then that presents a win condition for Fantastic 5. There's Roshan for a little bit. Oh, there's a buyback. Okay, so win condition secured.
Yeah.
He's just gonna go ahead and get that timer out of the way.
And now all you need to do is kill him again.
Yep.
Easy. You know, 3.1k health, 42 armor, Sunder.
They have a DD bot. I think this is the perfect time if they can go and find... Does Infesting remove DD?
No. Question mark? No?
Looks like it did.
Did it? Oh, then yes. Oh, the fast bomb comes out onto the Dark Willow.
least we're not stuck in
Okay, that's
court.
unfortunate. That's not the hero you wanted with that smoke. If they could have gotten TV with it, that would have just been the best thing ever. Just chef's kiss. Mwah.
I mean, they were close to finding a core. DR's just away again. Yeah, and he is going to go for the... he's already bought out, so he's just going to go for the Moonshard. It looks like he's got it queued up.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether Basher or Nullify was the better item for Lifestealer. I'm guessing Basher just straight up, because you want to make sure this TV is hitting you as little as possible.
Yeah, true. He can straight... Is that flying out, actually? What's flying out? Nothing? Okay, yeah, it's for the Invoker. The Invoker's got the A on this now. But yeah, no, he should just straight be able to buy the Abyssal Blade if he wants it, and he does have it queued up.
I would not mind seeing an Axe now on Invoker if he can get...
Oh, the Axe on the back line, though. He's just going to force staff himself out of it. It's going to be the dive in. It's going to be the Ian Disc popped here for the Mirana. Taxi comes out. Do they have the damage to take him before he's going to be able to get himself away? The Curse Crown, the Ian Disc, he's going to be getting himself away here. It's nice of him. Like I say, double click, take yourself back to the fountain, survive. Like, yeah, you're a ways away from the rest of your team, but you've got, you've got your outpost that you can TP to.
Yeah, they're all very, very aware of the fact that Roshan is going to be spawning soon. So, super important to be flying around it.
In fact, 30 seconds before he is back up.
Yeah, we talked about it, but this Elder Titan is just way too strong around the pit, so I don't see a way for Fantastic Five to take this Roshan without first killing the entirety of Radiant. And if you're killing the entirety of Radiant, you've probably won the game.
Yeah, true. I mean, Fantastic Five have done a fantastic job of actually sneaking themselves inside the Roshan pit and getting those, like, undetected Roshan kills. So, but I don't think either team is going to let this one go. Roshan, it will be spawning back up now. So going to be spotted up by the Mirana.
Oh, they're coming from below. What about that Nullifier? Underlord's actually buoyant himself. So someone has one. I feel like we're hitting that power spike in the game where, yeah, this Terrorblade's terrifying and he can kill everyone on Dire by himself, but you can also die very easily to all this this damage, these hexes, nullifiers, AA ult. It's very scary for both teams.
It is, and like you say, he's got himself the 4k gold, he's got himself the Moonshard, but he doesn't want to replace the S and Y. Like, is there anything you think he could replace here in his inventory, or is this kind of like the level that Terrorblade is going to be at? Or does he get like a pocket refresher or something?
Yeah, refreshers is next time for sure. I don't think he replaces the S and Y. Usually you'd have something like a Satanic, but you're playing against AA, so you can't get that this game.
They're going to be able to get the jump from the Axe, though, and this pops onto the Mirana once again. Ice Blast is going to be off the mark, but they might have caught out the Void Spirit. Void Spirit steps himself down with the Astral Step. Meanwhile, while this is going on, Roshan is getting pretty low. If they want to go, Sunstrike is going to be there to scout it out. Mirana's trying to leap himself into the pit to try and grab up what he can, but it's going to be the Aegis going the way of the TB. What was stolen by the Mirana there? Anything at all? It doesn't look like it. It might have actually been the Aghanim's Blessing was stolen, but they are going to be able to take down the AA as well.
Disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, she got the Ags. Good job, Mirana.
Give that to? Is it going to be? It looks like it was the Invoker, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's super great. I was just thinking about how nice it would be to have like a arrow into Cataclysm with AA on top. They have 4 stars to shove them out of the combo though. We're still in the middle of a fight, maybe.
Yeah. Just trying to see. The Axe is... He's looking for a blink onto anyone. Lifesteal them. Is the target? It looks like it is going to be an Afterlife. The end. This is going to be procced. Rory just being right-click down. It has to infest inside of Last Hero. Splitter comes through. Lorenoff goes to the back lines once again, trying to find out the Invoker. The Invoker does no... Or the Invoker... Yeah, the end is going to proc the... So Lorenoff, chase is on. He's just going to be able to Astral Step himself out. Dissimulates there as well, but the catch from the Axe once again onto Rory, and the damage coming out. Are they going to be able to do enough to kill him off? It looks like they're not going to be able to, but should be able to get... Maybe not with the fortification. So you should be able to get, the last melee racks in the mid lane.
Rory has buyback, but my god, that was close. It's really good that he was able to retain it.
Yeah, and even the A going to be coming back up now as well. So, how many does everybody? It's everybody apart from the lifestealer on the side of the Dire has Aeon discs.
Yeah.
Such a fun and balanced item.
This is the time if they want.
Coin of the realm.
There you go. They're gonna smoke up.
Are scanning.
There's no meta on TV.
No, there's not. It looks like he passed off the refresher shot as well. Oh, did he already commit that? Because nobody has it. It looks like he might have already used it. Has himself the pirate hat. That's 150 plus attack speed. The Book of Shadow comes out for the lifestealer. I know which one I prefer.
Lucky us, Rob. A nice 60-minute game to end our series. God bless. Thank you, teams.
Gotta see all the items, you know. You can't be going home early on this. The arrow's gonna fly through now as well. Rory, though, just absolutely destroys the ET, who's forced to buy back now. The Dawn with the Aeon disc, that's gonna be popping in the taxi's gonna be caught by Last Hero. And it gets them away once again. Oh, they are gonna be able to catch out the Mirana. The Mirana goes down, no buyback, 125 on the clock. And 6 minutes on the buyback timer.
This is the most stressful thing in Doa when you're playing a 60-minute game. You die without buyback, and you literally, that is it. You just have to watch now and pray. Pray and hope that your team can hold. Absolutely nerve-wracking stuff, knowing that it is out of your hands.
Yeah, oh, Giant's Ring. That's gotta be, excuse me, that's gotta be an axe item, right? It is. He's got it, he's just, he's swapping it out. Oh, okay, he's swapping it back round.
He wants to use the ninja gear and then he'll swap it in.
Ah, okay. Gotta get that efficiency down.
Currently got Invis rune.
How are the neutral items looking?
Only
one found for the Dire. I suppose they are being forced into the pit. The BKB comes out there for the Terrorblade. What's he going to be able to do? Can he get that Sunder off? He's going to be pushed back. He needs to run himself back now as well. He was ice blasted up, so the agency is going to be popped. And now they've got the lockdown onto the Void Spirit as well. The Terrorize comes out onto 3 or 4 heroes, pushes them back, and DR's going to go in. He just wants to get himself right up in the face. He takes down the Lifestealer. Lifestealer has to buy back for this fight now as well. Aaron Disc. He's going to be popped up for the Last Hero, but he's going to be dragged back in, and it looks like they're going to be able to take down the Terrorblade. He's dead, no buyback, 300 gold missing from that. And he has to hope the rest of his team.
If you are Radiant right now, you buy back on Axe or your Elder Titan or Voice Spirit and you run and go get the Bounty Runes. There's 3. This is easily enough money to get his buyback.
Yeah, and ET he might actually be scouted out by the courier. No, Axe's courier not going to scout this one out, and ET, like you say, he's there, he's picks them up.
I like it.
Okay.
Super free.
And everybody on the side of Gambit should have buybacks once this 30 seconds is up here for the Dark Willow. Meanwhile, on the side of Fantastic 5... Oh, no, sorry. Elder Titans is 5 minutes. I didn't see that at the bottom, the very bottom.
Yeah, he bought back after the fight they just took to come rejoin his team. This is now turned on its head. They went from having a win condition for Fantastic 5, kill this Terrorblade and win the game. It is now the other way around. Kill Lifestealer, win the game. We've seen with Lifestealer there before that Fantastic 5 were able to hold the game off, but I don't know how effective it's going to be.
Does everyone have to buy back here? Is this if one commits, everyone has to commit? Or is this just trying to... Okay, yeah, it looks like the Giant's Ring as well. That Axe model is so stupid with the Giant's Ring. Trying to pull them back. The Yule Scepter comes up with the Ice Blast. It looks like he's going to be connected into that now as well. The Earth Splitter, though, it's going to be onto Rory. If they can lock him down, but he's healing up so quickly. And he's going to try and get the Infest away. It looks like inside the creep, just running that away from the rest of the fight. Do they have the damage to take down Last Hero? They do not. He got so low, but it's not going to be enough.
No one noticed the Lifestealer. He just did a getaway in the creep.
Yeah, he's... Like I say, that was really clever. Instead of trying to run with the rest of the fight, he just runs into the enemy base and gets himself out on the bottom lane.
It wasn't even intentional. He tried to get out with his team in the creep, but because he he got feared backwards by the Terrorblade. Like, Terrorblade blinked past him, uses fear, and then he ended up running further into the base. And Void Spirit just runs past him, doesn't notice.
It's calculated. And the call comes out onto the Morano. There's going to be another Ice Blast. The Aeon Disc does proc for the Axe, though, and it looks like the Dark Willow might be locked down. Aeon Disc for him now as well, but there's going to be 5 heroes around. I'm not sure he gets himself out of this, and he did buy back into this, so that's going to be him dead for 125 seconds, the max on the clock.
We could see the resolution of this game soon. It really depends on if they're willing to take fights now. With no buyback on both carries, either they wait for their buybacks and this game goes on for longer, or they go ham. It looks like they're gonna go aggressive on Fantastic 5, as expected of our aggressive team.
Yeah, and it looks like here, the dive forward onto the Morano. I was just checking out who's got what on the neutral items, but Void Spirit now, good call on the back lines, but the Ice Blast is going to be coming in once again, a refresher through. Void Spirit is going to be able to get himself away from this.
Okay, so
yeah.
Life's getting clipped there by the Elder Titan. How unlucky.
Well, I mean, we've seen a few cliffs today. As this game goes on 66 minutes into it, and it looks like we might, like you say, we might finally be coming to the conclusion. Last hero with the DD rune here now as well. The dive in is going to be a double catch onto this. Was the I plus follow, but it looks like they're going to be able to take down the Life Stealer. Oh, no, he will be taken down. 125 seconds for him, 4 minutes on that buyback, and now the pair of malice comes out, but the BKBs are there. They're going to try and drag anyone back they can, and Morano will be down. AA is going to be close to going down now as well. One more right click, the taxi comes out, but it might not be in time. The stun's up though with the cold stamp. It's going to be able to take down. No, they still get the kill. It's going to be the backlines with the Void Spirit, and then he dives himself away. The fire is on him. He's going to be able to use that refresher. Pops his BKB, just starts to walk himself away, and it looks like the dive from Axe. He's just going to try and run himself out of this. But
so high tension, both carries are dead.
Yeah. But the Invoker is doing work, just trying to take down these towers with the Forge Spirits, you know, and it looks like they just want to go for the tier 4s.
Yeah, you have this Hex Invoker versus this Abyssal Blade Void Spirit.
Lorenov comes in, he dives so far to the back lines, he might be able to get the kill onto the Invoker. They do, he's going to be able to buy back though. Does he want to get himself right back into this fight? Dark Willow TP's in, he's going to try and dive with the Bedlam onto the AA, and 633, what are they going to be able to do? Even with the Hex, the damage is going to still be there. So Dark Willow, Yule Scepter, there's going to be the EMP, the Dark Rift, sorry, not the Dark Rift, the Astral, just the Pit of Malice. As Lorenov steps in.
How many refreshes does this guy have?
He has himself the Ex Machina. So he can just keep refreshing, what's that, every like 30 seconds or so. Elder Titan though will be picked off. So it's up to the Axe and the Void Spirit to defend this base. And with no tier 4 towers, the creep's pushing into the base now as well. How are they going to get creative on this? He's going to be able to use the Ninja Gear to smoke himself up. Gets that ring out with a Giant's Ring, but I don't know if they have the damage. It's just going to be one giant pig for the slaughter here now with the Axe. Pops that BKB. He's going to try and chase down onto Asgold. Gets that call off. And Asgold, he's already used his buyback. But Afterlife, he's taking so much damage. He just needs to run himself away. Ladon going to dive through, but this is a little bit of a distraction. As it looks like they're going to change focus. They're just going to go straight for the Ancient. Try and win this game right here, right now. Terrorblade comes back up in 16 seconds. I think they know this. So it's just a delay coming through from the side of Monaco. But it's going to get right-clicked down by the Underlord. This Ancient is going to pop. And GG called.
Fantastic 5 victory. Who could have seen it coming?
Certainly not me.
Get cursed, Gambit. Get cursed.
I see that the 5D mind games you were playing though with the predictions.
Holy moly. I can't believe it. I genuinely really liked Gambit's lineup. Jokes aside, I did think Gambit had this one in the bag. That game went for so long. 68 minutes.
What a way to end the day. Or end the day for us, at least. You know. That was such a good match. I don't know how T-Panda and Kips are going to follow up after that. Like, everything past this is just going to be so boring.
Yeah, I just... The back and forths, the throws, the buybacks, every fight was so high action. There's just so much going on. It was nice as well to see all these heroes with spells that aren't just like generic team fight, if you know what I mean. These Mars Phoenix type stuff. It's just heroes throwing spells and running around in different directions and just going crazy. It was great. I enjoyed both these teams. I like both drafts. Very fun to watch.
Yeah, congratulations to Fantastic Five for moving on. Commiserations to ASA, Monaco Gambit, and my CIS predictions, or Eastern European predictions. But that is going to be us for the day. Sheep, I hope you enjoyed it, because I had a real blast casting with you today.
Yeah, same to you. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, and guys, stick around, because there is going to be at least another 2 games to come. You know, T-Panda and Kips will be taking over here on BTS 3, and there's going to be more action on BTS as well. So, you know, either way you go, there's going to be some great Dota to come up. Thank you for following along today with me and Sheep, but for now we're going to say bye-bye. Hopefully we'll see you soon, but now, a word from our sponsors.